Look, Lynn, Jeff, and me.
Ready? Have you ever thought about all the animals that are sitting in animal shelters around America? A lot of them have been rescued from neglect and abuse. That's a wonderful thing, right? But what happens to them? According to statistics from the Humane Society of the United States, most of them will be killed. This is a sad fact. I love animals, but more than that, I believe that we as a society have an ethical responsibility to do something about the plight of America's unwanted pets. There's a tremendous need for people to get involved in finding a solution to the problem of our pet population. That's what I'm here to talk to you about, and over the next few minutes we will take a look at the problem of unwanted pets and some of its causes. Then we will discuss some of the specific things that you and I can do to help. We have domesticated dogs and cats to be our pets, our friends. They depend on us for everything and can't survive without us. They're no longer wild animals and have no natural habitat. They don't have the skills to survive on their own, and they rely on their humans to protect them and to protect them from unwanted pregnancies. Without our intervention, they will continue to reproduce again and again. And soon we have way too many animals and not enough homes for them. That's what has happened in America. There are far too many animals and just not enough homes. There are not enough families for these animals. So every day, more and more of them end up being put into what is basically a prison for animals. According to the Humane Society of the United States, between 6 and 8 million of these animals end up in U.S. shelters each year, and approximately 4 million of them will be eventually destroyed. They have calculated this as about 1 animal every 8 seconds being killed. According to most experts, the main problem for the overpopulation problem is due to irresponsible pet ownership and their failure to spay or neuter their pets. The bottom line is, unless you are advancing the breed standard or you plan on showing the animal, there's not a valid reason for leaving the animal intact. And that is the problem. Too many people are either intentionally or by neglect allowing or enabling their pets to breed. So what can be done? What can you do to help? There are many things that each of us can do to make a difference. First, there's prevention. Most animal humane treatment advocates agree that the single most important thing that we can do as a society is to spay or neuter pets. Each one of us needs to be responsible for our own animals. The cost of the surgery is relatively low compared to the cost of an unwanted pregnancy and a litter of pups. If you or someone you know needs help with the cost, there are several options. Check with your animal shelter. They often have programs for spaying and neutering at a reduced cost. Contact the group Spay USA. Spay USA is a nationwide network and referral service for affordable spay and neutering services. Their stated mission is to end the suffering of innocent dogs and cats by reducing the number of unwanted births. Next, there are a few things that the Humane Society of the United States asks that you do when you're thinking about getting your next pet. First, consider adopting or fostering an animal from a shelter or rescue facility. This is so important. These animals are so grateful to have a second chance, and many owners swear that the bond between them and the animal is a lot deeper because of that. 2, never buy a dog or cat over the internet or from a pet store. Most of the time, these animals have been bred at places known as puppy mills. Puppy mills are horrible places where the animal's only purpose in life is to breed. Most of the time, they're kept in squalor and filth. It's all about the money at these places, not about the animals. Also, never buy from a breeder that you have not personally checked out and been to their facilities in person. If you want a purebred, look at the shelters or rescue facilities. 25% of the pets that are destroyed at these places are purebred. Another thing that you can do to help is to volunteer or support your local animal shelter. Giving of your time and money will make a tremendous difference. Help is always needed and funds are always low. Please allow me to quote from the homepage of adoptapet.com. They say, "Thank goodness for the Humane Society, SPCA, rescue organizations, and hardworking, dedicated animal shelter volunteers. Without them, there is no telling how many more dogs and cats would die each year. Dog and cat rescuers scan animal shelters constantly looking for puppies and kittens of all ages whose time at the animal shelter has almost run out due to overcrowding and giving them a second chance before they are euthanized. They all rely on volunteers and donations to keep their efforts going." This is so true. Many people are helping, but so many more are needed. And more homes and families are needed as well. So please, think about opening your home to one of these last chance animals, either to foster or as a forever family. And again, please get involved. Give a voice to those who don't have one. Today we've talked about the plight of America's unwanted pets, how failure to spay and neuter is one of the biggest contributing factors to this problem, and some of the things that we can do to get involved and help with the solution. Please carefully consider everything you have heard today. These living animals are God's creatures that He has entrusted to us to care for. We haven't been doing a very good job, and I know we can do better. Each one of us can do something, and anything we do can make a difference. Please, they need our help.
Yay.